Doubles and Coffee Part 8, when PNM turns wrong right. Remember during the COVID that they said that they were #1 in the world, even though there was no testing, and even though every variant known to man walked across the South American continent into Trinidad and Tobago, even though 4,920 people died, even though 6,000 SMEs shut down, even though people lost their cars and their houses and their income, that they were successful in fighting COVID when there was no testing, late vaccines. They didn't want vaccines from Modi in India when he was giving them out. COVID, total collapse. But the greatest thing was that you, citizens of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, with your birth paper, whether electronic or normal Franco-mint paper, could not come home unless Stuart Smallpin Young authorized you to come home to your country. The most asinine policy in the history of governance worldwide. But Delcy Rodriguez land. And they lie and say it was for COVID, to talk about COVID and to talk about Venezuelan migrants who run from Maduro and Delcy. But if they could bring hamper and if they could give them thing, when we found out the truth recently, when Smallpin confessed, it was about dragon gas. It was about dragon and gas and Delcy Rodriguez and Maduro. So you were kept out of your country, but Rowley had to cut deal and make deal and deal with your money so Delcy and PDVSA officials could come in. That is what Rowley does, turning wrong right. And now we see the man up there in the US, he and Smallpin running up into the US, stressing out the visa. And now the vice president of the USA, Kamala Harris, they must be vexed with she like Kamala now. Sit down and tell them, listen, nothing is changing. The license will not be renewed because Maduro has to, he must live up to democratic principles. But they are the men hugging up. Their job now is to go and convince a tyrannical, oppressive dictator who does not want democracy, who want to lock up opposition, who cannot win an election, who over 6 million residents of Venezuela flee to all different countries just to get away from his oppressive policies. Rowley and Smallpin have to go and convince Maduro, hey, come now man, you're really good. The people love you. Have a fair election now. Don't lock up the opposition. Let democracy prevail. Allow people in the media to write the truth. Have an election where ballots are free and people could go and elect. Don't use the Guardia Nacional. Don't use your family with guns and weapons to oppress. Come now, man. Have an election so that he could lose. So the dragon not dancing. And where are we now? Because we turn wrong into right. So Rowley admits that over his 8-year period, he has done nothing for the gas supply. He has allowed it to dwindle. He's now saying in the energy conference, oh, yeah, come on, we need to improve technology and something. We have to go 13 months. This is a dire circumstance. We need to keep gas supply flat or try to increase some sort of supply. Now he's scrambling. But he thought it would only be for 30 months because Smallpin Dragon would come. But now the dragon not dancing. The dragon, the music stop. The dragon get deaf. So where's Trinidad and Tobago? This is what happens when you elect dunces. Rowley sucks. Stuart Smallpin Young sucks. The PNM sucks. Bless.